Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fucked up children of all ages, he is an undefeated MMA fighter, and I am a pathological liar. And we are coming to you from the Meat Factory, and we are
CB and
the Meat Man. Fucking love it. Yeah. Okay, we are joined here by our real mom, our big old mommy. That's it. That's all he is. Now he can do whatever.
what's up, brothers? How's it going?
Oh,
There's
God.
gonna be an
It
echo.
talks. Okay, guys. First off, we're gonna start. I'm the Meat Man. We got CB. We got our real mom. Real mom, say hi.
Hello, children.
Real mom is echoing.
Our real mama needs to fix that shit. We got the CB. Say
Tell
hi.
you.
Little about us. We are brand new to the Twitch and YouTube scene. He plays Madden. I play whatever the hell I want.
I play with your feelings.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, honey. Why do you think I have mommy? Holy shit. You can check us out at CB and the Meat Man on YouTube, and CB. I'm not even gonna do the whole thing. I'm just gonna link it because it's like CB underscore and underscore Meat Man.
Yeah, it's difficult to find.
Yeah, right. Well, no, it's like I'm not gonna verbally say it. That's fucking stupid.
It is. It is.
I mean, you
It
just
is hard to
did,
find,
though.
because I've typed it in like 4 times before and
I know,
like had
it's
trouble
stupid.
finding.
Yeah,
You should
well-
probably change that.
No, I'm not gonna change it because what's gonna happen is when people actually want to watch our stupid asses, then they'll type it in.
If. Well, I mean, if you just put a link on it, they just click on it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Okay,
Modern
now
day
we'll get down to
technology.
business because what we're going to talk about, I'm going to take us back. I'm going to set the scene, right? August 22nd, NXT Takeover 30, Pat McAfee versus Adam Cole. Loved everything about it, right? As soon as I saw, you guys watched when Pat McAfee kicked him in the fucking head, right? Like his
I
first,
watched, yeah.
like he kicked him over the announce table. As soon as I saw that, right? As soon as I saw that, I'm like, man, he's gonna give that guy a concussion. The angle they hit it from was spot fucking on. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, dude, this match is gonna be fucking amazing. And I was right. I was 100% right. Loved everything about it.
Yeah,
it
man. Pat
was-
McAfee is.
it-
Go ahead.
It was insane. I was years of watching Pat McAfee in football, and then after football, he goes into the podcast era and commentary, and it's just to see him in action like that is insane. It's
Well,
definitely
So
insane.
here's the thing about
And
it,
it's
right?
he's got an anger like on the like he's always been good at entertainment, but
Oh, yeah.
to see him with like the anger he had being Pat McAfee, who's a really nice guy but a shit talker at the same sense.
Right, being a
It was
cocky
kind
asshole.
of an awkward
He pokes,
sense.
man.
Seeing
He
him do all
pokes.
the things he's done in the past and then seeing him like that, it was kind of awkward, but it was brilliant. He did great.
So here's the thing
Well, he
about
did
Pat
great.
McAfee coming in WWE that I loved. Most of when these like celebrities and people come in for like these special matches, they're always the good guy. They're always against the bad guy. Pat
Right?
McAfee was the bad guy. That was so great. He was
Yeah,
the
I think that's
cocky
what made it great.
asshole. It was, right? Because he came in and he fought one of the best of the best, right? When Adam Cole is one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. He is the face of NXT. He held the title longer than anyone. I don't know, like over a year, I think, 300 and
300 something. Yeah, for a long time.
360, 70 something
Pat
days.
McAfee was saying like 400 and something days.
Oh, okay, it might have been.
Yeah,
He held
yeah.
it for a while, a long time.
He
so,
still got it, right?
No, no one has it. He's Wednesday. He's facing Finn Balor for the vacant NXT title
Mm.
because Keith Lee beat him for it, and then Corey and Cross beat
Oh,
Keith
yeah.
Lee, but then Corey and Cross had a separated shoulder. So, but that's
I want to see Keith Lee get back to that.
oh, dude, Keith. Okay, I could go all day about Keith Lee, but that's not the point.
Exactly.
So, the match itself, my favorite part of the match, absolutely favorite part, is when he did that backflip, when he got pushed off the top rope and did the fucking
Oh.
backflip halfway across the ring. And
Landed it
then
perfect.
follows it up by a jump to the fucking top rope to grab him and superplex Adam Cole. Fucking amazing.
Tell
the
he's athletic.
athleticism that he carries. Yeah, that's what I was
Dude,
saying.
those
His
legs are
athleticism is
insane.
insane. Well,
Hey,
I mean, you gotta
quad
think,
father, brother.
he was a
He's a
punter.
quad father.
So if-
Quad father.
Quad
But
father.
he was
he
a
got
punter.
paid.
But that's
He-
Caleb.
He
to your
made
point,
his living
That's what
Go ahead.
made him so perfect
Everybody-
in WWE because he's a
Everybody
punter.
thinks, oh, he's just a punter.
Right.
Well, even whenever Pat McAfee had him on his show, Adam Cole was saying, "You've just surrounded yourself with everybody with talent." Because Pat McAfee was saying that about Adam Cole. Well, Adam Cole was like, he was literally a punter. Like, literally, that's what punters do, surround themselves with talent, right?
Adam Cole's the leader of the Undisputed Era, right?
Yeah.
They've been dominating NXT for like 3
Exactly.
years.
And surrounding himself with a bunch of talent. But Pat McAfee kind of defeated his little insult right there by getting out and doing a backflip like that. Obviously, he's talented and athletic, and that's a punter.
He came and backed it up. I'll give him credit.
Let me tell you what made me so excited about Pat McAfee. He had something very rare for, like, let's just call him a celebrity wrestler, right? Because like when Stephen Amell, Arrow, he came in a few years ago. I think it was anywhere like 2013 SummerSlam. I think. Do you remember that, Lucas?
Yep.
He teamed with Adrian Neville, who was Pac at the time, against Wade Barrett and Cody Rhodes. And Stephen Amell looked great. He took bumps,
Yeah,
but
he
here's
looked good.
the thing.
He knows like Muay Thai though,
Here's
right?
what Pat McAfee had over something like Stephen Amell. Pat McAfee had a finishing move. Pat McAfee had the punt kick. So he already had a move that could put people down. That's what made me so excited. He already came in with the full package. He's entertaining, he's athletic, and he has a move that could legitimately put you down.
Yeah, he trained his entire life just to kick things shaped like Adam Cole's head. Of course, he's gonna have a finishing move, brother.
Here's the thing, man. Adam Cole,
and small like Adam Cole.
Adam Cole is so good because you put him against Adam Cole is one of the best in the world, and Adam Cole made him look great. Adam Cole, like the fact that because Adam Cole, he's this cocky, arrogant motherfucker, right? That's his persona on WWE, so it worked perfectly. The fact that he underestimated Pat McAfee, and it goes perfect because they could do another match in the future and have McAfee go over because they can be like, hey, I beat him the first time, it's going to be a walk in the park, and then McAfee just comes in and beats him again. That would be good. But man, did you see when McAfee started like taking big moves? He sold it so well.
Yeah.
The look on his face was like, holy shit.
Superplex looked amazing when he jumped over the rope onto the crowd. Is fantastic.
Yeah, when he dove over and jumped into everyone, jumped onto the Undisputed Era and all of his friends and shit.
He looked as surprised as we did when he landed, man.
He was having so much fun, and I like that. Like going back to the punt kick, right? I like that they used the whole he went to punt kicked Adam Cole's head against the fucking steel steps, and he freaking hit his leg. That was so well done because that whole match I was most hyped for that probably for the entire weekend. I was most hyped for that match because SummerSlam was right after it. And that was, with the exception of Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, I was definitely hyped the most for that match.
Yeah, dude, that was like my main reason for even watching, honestly, because I love Pat McAfee.
As soon as I saw Pat McAfee,
well, that was the only thing I ever looked into. I'm not real big into wrestling, so seeing Pat McAfee out there, whenever y'all told me that, I was like, oh man, I gotta see this.
And he
and
stole
then
the
watching
show.
it, I was definitely
that was one of the best matches of the night.
Please.
Yeah, and it was a simple match. Other than like the over-the-top rope and the superplex, it was a simple match.
They told a good story.
Yeah.
They told a good story. They did.
Yeah.
Because Pat McAfee took some good offense. That drop kick he did was fucking gorgeous. I mean, he like kicked Adam Cole in the head.
Oh, that fireman's carry into the neck breaker. That looked beautiful.
He was so nice. Like I have nothing but good things to say of Pat McAfee, and if he continues wrestling, the only thing that he kind of did, I wouldn't say wrong, but the only thing he kind of oversold a little, but that's just lack of experience, right? But the only thing he really oversold was a suplex. Adam Cole tossed him, and Pat McAfee just went flying. Like he jumped with it, and he just went flying. But man, that's just experience. I mean, I'm not an athlete, so I can't be like, oh, you don't fucking do it. But it's hard to. I'm sure there's a certain amount of, how many times you do this before you gauge, especially with someone how strong his legs are. Yeah. Like you gotta have, but man, I have nothing but good things to say about him in that match, and I really like he sold that Canadian Destroyer at the end perfectly, man.
Oh yeah, the flip was perfect.
Yeah, he fit in. He looked like he belonged there. He fucking proved people.
Yeah,
wrong.
he looks like a wrestler now. Like more accepting of like smaller guys and stuff.
Yeah,
and he's not a really small guy, normal speaking. But you talk about wrestling, he's a small guy. But man, he looked like standing next to Adam Cole. He looks like a wrestler.
Right, and Adam Cole was a great first opponent. I think going forward,
Yeah.
if you want to do really, if you want to take Pat McAfee going forward, I'd just keep him in NXT, right? I would
Yep.
love for him to face someone like Timothy Thatcher and shit like that, like someone more of a ground based Timothy, but also
Man.
hard hitting. I'd love.
Yeah, I mean, even if they don't want to put him full on as a wrestler, he'd be an amazing manager.
No, he would. He would be great.
Like,
You
he would
take
be incredible.
You take someone who would benefit from him. I mean, you got to have
From
some
Pat McAfee,
right. Yeah, who
you'd
would
have to be
benefit the
somebody that's like a
most?
dude,
A
like
sport. You
like
need a s-
Mojo Rawley or something,
Mojo
like somebody that's
Rawley,
like
if they
that is an
wanted to go,
athlete.
if they
Like,
wanted to go all in on Mojo Rawley, put him with Pat McAfee, and those two could be one hell of a tag team.
oh yeah, yeah, something like somebody like that. That's like Jack Swagger back in the day would have been perfect
Oh,
for him.
dude, man, if he ever wanted to go to like AEW and rough things up, what is Jack Swagger known as? Just Jake Hager, right?
Jack Hagar, yeah,
That's his real name, though, I think. And
yeah, I think
if
so.
he wanted to go with Jake Hagar and just fuck shit up, I'd love it. I don't really watch wrestling. I watch the pay-per-views and I keep up a little with,
Yeah.
with AEW. WWE's more my thing. I used to love Lucha Underground before they got rid of that, but
Yeah, that was fun, dude.
but WWE is still more my thing. So I'd love to see him stick in WWE because man, he's fantastic.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like I don't watch wrestling regularly, but if Pat McAfee starts to do wrestling, I'm gonna be with it. I'm gonna start paying a lot more
Right.
attention to it, man,
Right.
because that.
He was good, and he was a good asshole. Like did
Yep.
you? I don't know if you guys saw because he cut a promo before he even went into.
Yeah, when he's
the-
standing in the
yeah,
back with AJ Hawk and
he's
the
like
boys.
sitting back there and chilling and trash talking. I'm like, dude, this guy's this megastar. Like, if he wanted to become a full-time wrestler, he could be a fucking megastar.
Yep. Oh, that was rude of me. It's not just AJ Hawk. That's Super Bowl champion AJ Hawk. I'm excuse myself on that one.
Did you see? So I watched a little of after of like his podcast, Pat McAfee's podcast, of when they were talking about his match, and I don't know
Oh
who
yeah,
it was,
that was cool.
but it was one guy. He's like, they're like, yeah, they were all like, I don't think he didn't surprise me. I knew he'd be good, but one guy's like, yeah, he surprised me. I had no idea he'd be that good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's had Greeny sitting on the couch lately, which is kind of weird. Yeah, usually it's AJ's the guy that he usually does the calls with and stuff. They do the McAfee and Hawk
He does
show.
a lot of calls with AJ.
Yeah.
AJ's a good guy.
I love AJ on there. Well, it cracks me up because like
Yeah.
he doesn't get some of the jokes sometimes. That's why I like him.
He's
Pat will
such
make a
an
joke
he's-
and AJ's like, okay.
he's such an awkward guy. I
Nope,
feel like
and
he's
that
serious
jawline.
all the time. Right. Yeah, he's serious all the time. So every time they do a phone call or whatever they do, however they do it, but it's I don't know. They're funny. Pat
Yep.
McAfee shows are just brilliant.
I've been
Man,
watching some of his
I
stuff.
remember-
He's
And
great.
seeing AJ do that after football, both of them,
Yeah.
just making a name for themselves outside of football is awesome.
There's a lot of good ones out there. Right? Like Chris Long has one, the Green Light. He has a
Yeah.
really good one.
Yeah,
Man,
you
I
were
was gonna
telling me
say,
about
like-
that the other day.
yeah, man. But the thing with the Pat McAfee thing, man, before like with the Adam Cole thing, with like when they had the interview in person, I thought it was fake. Like at first I'd just seen the clips of him like pushing Greeny and then yelling at Pat and leaving. I thought it was like staged.
So did I.
And then I
that
actually
was-
watched
So
it. And I was like,
did I.
and up to the leading up, I was like, oh, this is actually Pat, because I watch him a lot. I was like, this is Pat just being a dick, because that's what he does sometimes.
Like that was.
But most
real?
people that he brings on understands who he is and how he's going to talk to
Yeah,
him.
so they just go with
He
it.
picks
And
at
he's-
every little thing.
So that shit when they're
Yeah.
arguing in his studio and Adam Cole's like breaking shit, that was real.
That's real.
No way.
As far as
Yeah,
we know,
Have you seen it?
if
I mean,
it
it was
could
mo-
be,
it could. They're
it
such
could be
good actors.
highly,
Well,
it could be
They're such good
highly
actors.
Cole,
It could have
you
been.
know what?
It could have been
What
pre.
strikes me is
Yeah.
not. It doesn't have to be pre-set up. Adam Cole might have just went with it, right? He could have just.
Yeah.
Adam Cole's amazing, so he could have just went with it. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
is what's gonna happen. Let's do this.
I
Because they could
mean-
have said. They could have just said, "Hey, we're gonna build toward this match. Let's do something, and then take it from there." Right? Because I think both of them
Yeah.
could have just freeformed it and done whatever. And I think that's the product of that. Strikes me is that what that is, right?
Well, I think
Yeah,
they
see,
had to
I wouldn't-
make a insurance for Pat McAfee, and that was the insurance.
I think like it would make sense to me because he's been like, because Pat McAfee's one of those guys. He's always moving on to the next thing, like what's next for him. You know, like he did NFL. He could have played 10 more years, but he didn't. He's like, I'm done. I've got something else I love. I'm gonna go do that. He had soccer before football, and now maybe it's wrestling. Maybe he's like,
Yeah, he's
well, now I want to
partner of
do
the
wrestling
decade.
because recently, these past few months, he keeps talking about how he just recently started working out again, getting back into real shape. Maybe it's because he's already had a contract with WWE for the past year or two,
Oh, right, yeah.
and he talks to
'Cause he's been
Triple
on-
H
he's
about
been on
maybe doing something with
commentary.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
Triple
been on
H, man.
commentary.
If you gotta keep Pat McAfee in NXT though.
Oh
You
yeah,
have to.
yeah.
You cannot put
And
him on Raw
whenever,
and SmackDown.
yeah,
Because
whenever
Triple
Triple
H
H
needs
did,
to have control over Pat McAfee. Because Triple H will treat him right and put him in situations where he can thrive, like they did with
Yep.
Adam Cole.
yeah, man, 'cause you don't see somebody like celebrity or even like athlete wise coming like when Lawrence Taylor fought Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh,
He was
God.
Bam Bam was the only reason that match was any good. Okay,
Right.
like people like
'cause
that
Bam
coming
Bam
in,
was
it's never
amazing.
good. Yeah, Bam Bam was way underrated.
No,
So, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's more Lawrence Taylor being there's more just an attraction.
Yeah.
deal.
I mean that was cool,
But
but
you know what it
come on.
does? What Pat McAfee does is he gives NXT more credibility because they haven't really had this big, celebrity person who comes in who's not a part of the wrestling world be a part of
Yeah.
their world, and that
I
gives
mean,
NXT more credibility.
Ronda kind of did, but she's
She did.
someone that's in that kind of sense,
So
you know?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to get full on into Ronda Rousey because I don't know if
Yeah.
I feel like we'd lose Caleb, but man, she impressed the hell out of me. Like I'm a
Mhm.
longtime wrestling fan, and I knew she was going to come at some point. And I was excited because I knew she wasn't going to be the most technical, quote
Yeah.
unquote WWE wrestler. But it's Ronda Rousey, right? She's a
Yeah.
badass. She was gonna
Yeah.
come in,
She's a real athlete.
right?
The reason I can't get behind you on that is seeing how she left UFC.
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
she left.
Well,
you get beat down like that, and
Well,
then
you
you
gotta
just
understand, right? She didn't
disappear,
just get
and then you
beat.
show up
She-
in
She got put on this
WWE.
pedestal. She got put on
she
this
realized that she
pedestal.
wasn't as good as she thought
She
she
got
was.
put on this pedestal and she got knocked down hard. And man, for anyone who's been put on a pedestal like that to get knocked down hard, it sucks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she got knocked hard, but I think she's talked about it. She talked about how hard it was for her, and
Yeah.
I think her moving to WWE was a fantastic move because she thrived there. She was awesome. Everything
She's
she
an
did,
entertainer. I
yeah,
mean,
she was great. I loved her from the moment she showed up, and I loved the fact. So you may not know this, Caleb, but you may know this, Lucas, but you definitely wouldn't know. So she gets her nickname from Rowdy Piper,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When she joined the WWE, she wore his jacket. The
Mhm.
jacket she wore was Roddy Piper's. So
Yeah, I remember that.
his son gave her that jacket to wear, and her ring
Was it actually
entrance-
like when he wore?
Yes, it was his jacket.
Oh dang.
It was Roddy Piper's jacket that she would wear. So yeah, I always found
And that was
really
she debuted
cool.
after he passed too, wasn't
Yes, she did. Yeah, because he would have been
Dang.
probably with her. But her
God,
debut,
he died that long ago.
her debut was fantastic. That mixed
Yeah.
tag team match at WrestleMania 34 with Kurt
Yep.
Angle against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. My favorite part about that match, because I know WWE is real standoffish when it comes to male-female violence. Most other wrestling companies don't care.
Yeah.
Because they still do it. But like what? TNA just had. I mean, their most recent champion was Tessa Blanchard, like their big
Yep.
title. I think now it's on
Yeah.
Eric Young just won it, by the way. I read that, but so
I think he just lost it again recently.
well, he
I
just
could be
won it
wrong.
like a day ago. I mean, like last.
Oh, okay,
week.
okay.
So, but so
He doesn't
what-
have a beard anymore.
So what I liked about the Ronda Rousey match at WrestleMania 34 was she got in there with Triple H and they actually fought. Like I like
Yeah.
that they actually fought against each other because you can't just Stephanie McMahon was not a challenge for her, right? Because in reality she's
God,
just
no.
one puncher. The fact that they really just went in and said, "Hey, we actually want you two to fight," was fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not like Triple H hadn't fought girls before WWE.
Right,
I mean,
right.
he's-
I mean, but being one of the heads of the company helps because you can kind of and the
Yeah.
boss's daughter, you can just be like, hey, I want to do this.
Yep. See, I'll tell you this too. Talking about athletes coming in. I know Gronk is now back into NFL, but I'm gonna be honest. I do not want him in the WWE.
No. So I didn't really. So
I
the thing
didn't.
about Gronk,
Kittle, yes.
man.
No
so,
Gronk, please.
You know, did you watch WrestleMania 36, Lucas?
So where he came in during the
did you see
wasn't it
him do
Mojo
this-
Rawley? He
Yeah,
helped.
he did the stage dive, right? Did you see that?
Stage dive.
He
I remember him doing like a shoulder block on
No.
like Jinder Mahal or
So
something.
all these people, they had him up on the podium, and all these people were down below, and he jumped on them, then pinned I forgot who, maybe Mojo Rawley for the 24/7 title. He was like scared to do that. You know who? Vince McMahon himself was like, I'm going to show you it's not dangerous. Vince McMahon fucking did it to show Gronk that it wasn't dangerous. That's why I don't want.
He's
that's
still
why I
technically was
don't-
owned by Bill Belichick,
Right.
so I
that's
mean,
why
I'd be scared to
don't
do anything
want
too.
Gronk in WWE because he's not going to risk his body.
I like his personality as an NFL
No.
guy. I don't want his personality in WWE.
No,
I don't like it.
I don't like
It's
his
obnoxious.
personality in the NFL.
Like, I think he's fun in the
It's
NFL.
obnoxious. The
Yeah.
person I want to see in the WWE world is George Kittle
Oh, dude, I would love to see George Kittle.
because he
He'd be
is
amazing.
intense, he is funny, he's a young-minded. Well, he is young. He's really young.
Dude.
He's like 24 years old.
Him and
But
Pat McAfee.
He's exactly.
That
Like,
would be amazing.
They're like
Stone Cold Kittle,
identical
brother.
people. They're like identical people. They got the same personalities. I feel like. I mean, I could be far off on that, but I've never met them in person. But they
They
seem
seem
like
pretty
they got the
close.
same personalities. And George Kittle is just an amazing,
He's a fantastic athlete.
He
Yeah, for
plays
sure,
for my
dude.
favorite team, but dude, and his
He's
love for
amazing.
the wrestling world.
Stone Cold
I
Kittle
feel
and
like-
the Quad Father.
The quad
I feel,
love that.
yeah,
The Quad Father.
Yeah.
Hey, Pat McAfee came up with that. He's a genius,
Yeah,
man.
dude, his fucking legs are huge.
They're ridiculous, man.
But man,
He is huge.
I
Like I
love-
never realized how big
He's a-
he
he's a
was
big
until
man.
he got.
Yeah,
Well, I
he's a-
mean,
He's like
unless
240
Adam
right
Cole
now.
was
Yeah,
just
he's
like really, really
Yeah,
small.
right,
I mean, I
Adam
know he
Cole
was
was
calling
small.
him elf and everything
Yeah,
in
he
that interview.
was. People, yeah.
I think
but
Pat's
that's-
like 5'10",
That's what made it
230,
so
something like
great,
that.
right? Because him making fun of
It's gotta
Adam
be
Cole
bigger
for
than
being
that.
small is hilarious. Because Adam Cole is fantastic. Everything he does.
I think he said on that interview he's 5'6".
Yeah. We called him an
Adam
elf,
Cole
and
did.
it was so funny, dude. And it's like so it's funny because Adam Cole and his group. I mean, have you seen some of the old like Ring of Honors? I think it's Ring of Honor, Lucas, where like him and like Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly go at it.
Yeah.
'Cause Kyle O'Reilly, I don't know if he beat him or Bobby Fish for the Ring of Honor title. Because Kyle O'Reilly is
don't
no
know.
joke either. Like I think I feel like he gets the least attention out of the whole group, but man, he's no fucking joke. They really
So I have a
like,
question.
like they literally gave Adam Cole like the best possible group to be the leader of.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If or when they have a rematch, who do you got? Adam Cole or McCaffrey?
So I got Pat,
McAfee.
honestly. I got Pat McAfee.
Wrong guy, dude.
I said McCaffrey, but I was
I feel like
thinking
Pat
of
McAfee because they could really
thinking of
hammer
football.
in the angle. They could if they want to go in on him, right? Because they beat him. He beat him, right? Experience prevailed. He wasn't gonna put down Adam Cole, but now Pat McAfee knows that. Now he's faced Adam Cole. Now he knows how to train. But to the opposite, Adam Cole, they can run the narrative that hey, I beat you. I don't have to try. So then he gets cocky, right? And then Pat McAfee beats him. But then if you really want to go in on it, then you do a rubber match, a third match. So I got a question for you, Lucas. Hypothetical.
Mhm.
Pat McAfee comes in, beats Adam Cole cleanly in the middle ring, like maybe after 2 or 3 punt kicks. Fucking punt kicks him. No, it's not going to put him down. Does it again. What do you think the rubber match would be? It couldn't be a singles match. It'd have to be something. It'd have to have a stipulation to it. It'd have to.
The tag team.
Oh shit.
Pat
No, you'd have
McAfee's got
No.
Kittle on his side.
I would say that, but I'm thinking one-on-one.
That'd be
Because
badass.
first of all, I think I would watch an entire program, a 3-match series of Pat McAfee and Adam Cole. They were
Oh, yeah.
fantastic together. So rubber match, I wouldn't quite say street fight, but it's gonna have to be something.
I mean, I could see like doing like just a straight up false count, like doing more like a street fight thing because it's
now?
when you're new to wrestling, hitting somebody with an object is a lot easier than doing a fucking suplex. I'll tell you that right now.
Right. Well, here's where my ignorance in the sports world comes in. Where did Pat McAfee play for?
Indianapolis Colts.
Indianapolis.
Okay.
He's originally from Pittsburgh.
Okay, he's
He played for the Colts.
because WWE likes to do, like, if they're playing with something, they're like, oh, a Pittsburgh street fight, shit like that. Like they did that with
Yep.
Chris
Indianapolis
Jericho.
street fight wouldn't be
Yeah,
nothing.
Pittsburgh, you'd have to use Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They did that with Chris Jericho and CM Punk at it was
Yep.
Extreme
Yep.
Rules. They did a Chicago street fight.
I remember that. That was awesome.
I mean, I don't feel like street fights right there. I mean, honestly, I feel like
I think a steel
know.
cage would be cool.
I was
Seems a
thinking
little bit
steel
simple.
cage, but I don't think
Like a simple match, but still
Right.
something,
Right, give him a steel cage, because I feel like Pat McAfee would jump off the cage. Like, he would do some crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
He would do
Yeah, I
some
think he'd be
crazy
down.
shit.
Yeah, he's a yes man. He'll do anything.
Yeah.
He does gotta be careful though. Like that's one thing I was really worried about was because he does have legit knee problems.
Yeah,
So
he
like
does.
seeing him doing stuff, I just get scared. I'm like, man, that's the last thing I want to see.
Right.
Like
give
the
him a hurt.
backflip.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, that was
just a
scary.
Backflip, dude. He got some air, and
Yeah, he
when
did.
he
Yeah.
landed, I
And
was like,
landed
holy
perfect. Like
shit.
it looked brilliant.
Yeah. I love it too because he always looks as surprised as we do when
Yeah.
he does something. He's
No,
like,
he
"What
did
the
that
Like
shit?"
shit.
what?
No,
I did
when
that?
he did that backflip, the look on his face was just purely like, "Come on, motherfucker! Is that all you got?"
Yep. I love it, man. And he jumps up to the top rope too.
Oh,
just
dude, when he did that,
not no wiggle or anything.
nothing,
Just
just
immediately
perfect
to it.
landing, man.
Suplex.
And that's the thing. He looks like he's been doing it for a while. That
Yeah.
it's like he was
I mean,
so spot on and precise with shit like that.
In the interview with Adam Cole, one of the points that Adam Cole got mad about is that Pat McAfee, because Adam Cole said something about taking bumps and stuff, and Pat McAfee said he's like, no, I understand. He's like, no, I get it. I get what it's like to take bumps because I got drunk one night and hired a guy to come in and show us how to do some moves, and I took a few bumps. I like made a ring in my backyard or something, and took some bumps that day. And then that was like a big point why Adam Cole got mad. He ended up blowing up on him. So I could see like it's a legit thing that he actually did do that. Like that's like he actually like paid somebody to come and show him how to wrestle for the past few months, so he could get ready for something like this. Because he's been wanting this to
Make
happen.
a brilliant show.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing, right? Here's my only thing with them doing a rematch is they're really gonna have to it's gonna have to be they're gonna have to train. Pat McAfee's gonna have to train, because I mean, Adam
Oh, yeah.
Cole in the last year or two, his reign as champion, right? I mean, he was doing 40, 45-minute matches against people like Johnny Gargano, and like he can go. So
Yeah.
you really got to hammer it. You got to make it believable that Pat McAfee could beat Adam Cole. That's what you really have to drive in the narrative that he gets cocky. Because
This is gonna be my thing.
He's gotta win.
Not gonna. If they do, I would love to see a best of 3 series. I would love to see him, because he beats Adam Cole, and then they get really, really, really. McAfee gets really cocky. You know what they could do, Lucas? They could do an Iron Man match. They could do an Iron Man match.
I could see that.
McAfee could be like, I beat you once, I can do it as many times as I want. And then they just
Yeah.
go. And then that's where you could really hammer in that Adam Cole is just this fucking amazing wrestler. Because they're going,
Yep.
30, 40 minutes, an hour, and Adam Cole is just fucking outpacing him.
Yeah, I could see that. But still give him enough offense or enough leeway,
Right.
saying
'cause
like, hey, even when we come away from this, he's still got a future.
Right, I think a 30-minute
Yeah.
Iron Man match would be enough. It'd definitely be enough.
See, I think it's kind of good for like with Pat McAfee. He's like, he's new. You don't have to show him, just completely script the match. Make him learn those moves, whatever moves you're gonna have him do. Make him learn those moves all the time. Make him perfect. Because he's new, he don't need to know a lot of moves. Just know the moves that you're gonna do in the match,
Right, because
and he can do that. And he can know a match because playing football all these years and stuff, he's got to learn. I mean, not really NFL wise. He probably too much.
Right,
But
there's a
in high school
similar-
and stuff, he played that kind of stuff, so he has to memorize shit. So I
Right.
think that's something he could 100%
Well,
do.
that's. But shit, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. But here's the thing. I mean, Pat McAfee, I really think could have a really successful career in NXT. In NXT, only NXT.
Yeah.
You can't. They would ruin him on the main roster.
Yeah. I 100% believe that. I don't think they'd want him on the main roster, honestly.
Or if you want to get
Not for a
really
while,
crazy,
at least.
Pat McAfee.
Like I don't think
gets
the
his-
wrestlers themselves would want him there
Dude, if you wanna
because
get really
kind of like an
crazy,
outsider
Lucas,
coming in.
If you want to get really crazy, Pat McAfee gets like a posse together, and him and his group against the Undisputed in War Games.
Dude, if he
Lucas,
could get, what's up?
include your audio in my stream.
So,
Oh
so
shit,
you,
have
you
I
may
not
not know
this whole
this,
time?
but
No,
so think
it's
about
fine.
that.
It's
Pat McAfee team
got it
versus
recorded on Sunday.
versus the Undisputed Era in War Games.
Dude, if Pat McAfee could bring in some like football players to do
Now,
that would be the
Let me
coolest thing
explain
ever
this.
for
Caleb,
me.
you don't know what War Games is. So War Games dates back to like WCW, the old 80s, 90s.
Yep.
So War Games now is in NXT. They take 2 rings and put a giant freaking steel cage around it. And it's just like, it's usually like, 2 or 3
Yeah,
teams, like
it's
8
amazing.
people, 10 people just beating the shit out of each other. Anything goes, weapons. It is one of the most brutal matches they do, and it's one event that I look forward to every year now because it's always so good. Because last year's was phenomenal when fucking Kevin Owens comes in to do War Games against the Undisputed Era with Tommaso
Mm-hmm.
Ciampa. Dude, that was so good. Like I was thinking they were gonna do some real, like that was such a simple surprise. Have Kevin fucking Owens come in.
Mm.
But
Dude,
I think every single male War Games has had the Undisputed Era in it. Like in NXT, every single War Games with the men have had the Undisputed Era. So they're like experts at that match.
yeah. I would just love to see like Pat McAfee bringing in like some of the people he brings on his show a lot or something like that, or like people
What I-
that'd be down for something like
what
that.
I'd
That'd
really
be
like to
amazing.
see is Pat McAfee punt kick Adam Cole, like put a trash can on his head or something, or a chair, and then come and just fucking kick his head in, and like
Oof.
kick through, and just I mean it would look good. And
Yeah,
that's how
if they're gonna have him wrestle again, he has
if
to do the
he
punt kick
if
again
he
at some
beats
point.
Adam Cole in a
Yes.
second match, they would have to have someone come in and distract for Pat McAfee, and he like just takes a chair and just kicks his fucking face into it. I mean,
Yep.
that's how you have him win.
Yeah,
It's
they gotta
just
with
I
Pat
hope.
McAfee. They gotta have him intense. Like it's like any match
Yeah.
is in. It's gotta be intense.
well, it was perfect. It was fan
Exactly.
fucking
I think
tastic.
But
I
to
think they
keep
need to like.
they gotta
Go
keep
ahead.
at it. Like keep on driving that intensity, because dude, it's brilliant. Seeing Pat
But
McAfee
the
out there
only
is
thing he
just
needs
brilliant.
before he if he faces Adam Cole again, he needs a win. He needs a few wins. They need to put him against some people, and he needs to get some wins under his belt. Because if he comes in with against Adam Cole in a rematch, and the only match he's faced is Adam Cole, I just can't buy
Yeah,
that.
he needs to come in and with like, all right, I've experienced it. I'm ready for you.
Right. Like
Yeah,
have him, Lucas here. Have him beat someone.
I can see that.
Who could he beat? Like he needs to beat some mid to high tier on the NXT roster. Not someone like a Finn Balor or a Johnny Gargano, but maybe who could he beat that would really give him credibility? Like maybe have him beat like a Fandango or a Tyler Breeze kind of level. Someone who's really good, but maybe not quite in the main event scene.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to think. Um.
Oh, you know who he could beat?
I,
You know who would be a perfect opponent for him? The Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream. Ooh.
Have him fucking kick the head off of the Velveteen Dream because
Well, Velveteen's got getting a lot of push, man. I don't know. Like, I feel like he's a big deal right now.
he kind of cooled down because I honestly thought he was going to beat Adam Cole for the NXT title. I thought he was
Yeah.
going to win, and then he never did. Like, I was really disappointed that he didn't win. Okay, guys.
Hmm.
I think we're going to call it for today.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely a pleasure. We will be doing this next Saturday night with a whole new topic, a whole new discussion. I've been the Meat Man. That's been CB and your real mom. Good night.